What is up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of my Jerusalem playthrough here, where we're actually getting pretty close. 21.7 points away from integrating France. That is pretty awesome. I'm really looking forward to that one. As it's going to increase our trading influence in Genoa, you know? Big time. I think he has about 15% control, but it's also, yeah, it's going to do more than that. It's going to give us troops and stuff, which we can sort out, which is always fun. Not really, but getting troops is good and not having to build them. It will increase our influence in Sevilla as well, as we dominate Genoa. So if we have a merchant there, the influence here is so high, and let alone once we actually integrate Spain. Now I can also begin integrating young Portugal, but I should wait. Even though I can do it, I should wait, because it will just slow down the integration of France. And otherwise, I think this is our sort of prime target, right? Hands, dude. These rebels are spreading, but I think forget about it. We need to take land, so here we go. Yet another war, typical stuff. Surely, like Portugal, somebody will clean that up. Maybe they won't, but who knows. I need another military leader. We have completed offensive and we're ahead in tech in the sense that it's expensive. I notice some nations are ahead. Man, of course, look at that. 3, 1, 2, 1. I've rolled better generals with like 0 to 5 army tradition. Oh, we got a merchant from Indonesia. Cool. And we haven't even that's where the rebels just spawned. We haven't even converted it up yet, so that's gonna have been locked down. I'm sure of it. Lock down this region here after taking both centers. Even though Bachmanus and Flanders have some, and Spain as well, we dominate the region. Is good. And I've got a feeling apparently it's pretty close, but if we, you know, convert the stuff up and add it, I've got a feeling that we'll get there. Why is there like half a stack here? Oh, okay, that's right. I had some excess cannons and stuff. I remember that now. Alright, I guess you guys, if you're on your way out here, convert those or siege them back, liberate them. We got some papal influence and everything's been jacked. Everything's going. Feels good, man. That's why being a Catholic is really good. They don't have military-based boons, but Catholic, if you are swimming in that papal influence, they still have more boons and modifiers, some of which are really good in my opinion, like inflation reduction. Because, you know, it costs admin points to reduce inflation. Otherwise, this guy's going in on the mountains. Nope. Scared now. Sneezels. Sorry, guys. Do you guys want me to tell you a quick story? Quick story time? No, it's not a fun story time, though. Nice, our one loan paid off. Man, I used to have a mute key, guys, a hotkey to mute, because especially in the morning, I sneeze all the time. All the time, I sneeze. It's so annoying. I don't know if it's like allergies or something, but I sneeze in the morning, like, consistently. And I used to have a mute key, so I just quickly mute, sneeze, and it's like it never happened. A hotkey. Problem is, 334. That's where we started, right? Slightly better than average. And I was like, let's re-roll it. Meanwhile, like 200 prestige later, Brawler's middle-aged. You know, we're at the exact same spot. I might have to be content with 334. I was hoping for a good year, obviously. There was an OBS update, guys. To OBS Studio, which I was just using. I like upgraded from OBS to OBS Studio. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, a lot of you probably don't or don't care. But it would kill my recordings. It was so annoying. I didn't know what the problem was. I'd be recording and I'd just randomly find myself being muted. And it was so frustrating. Imagine that you're recording for like you don't want to troubleshoot like that. Uh-oh, we might lose this. I might take this. What's his tech? We're at the same, not anymore, but I can't afford to do this just yet. I found out through a lot of troubleshooting and suffering because I recorded like an hour session and it didn't work and I didn't know why, and then it happened again. I would randomly be muted. It would just mute and I wouldn't have the audio for my video. And I thought like, oh, I'm such an idiot. Like I must be hitting my hotkey by mistake, which I wasn't. I found out that I was just being muted for no good reason. And it had something to do with the hotkey and the update. That's all I know. And it took literally hours of my time wasted over and over again to the point I wanted to smash my head into a desk. And like footage that I recorded that you can't just recreate, just wasted. To find that out, that it was in fact the hotkey. I took the hotkey off and it just never muted me for no reason again. I know I've had incidents that I talk about, but that's because there's like an update and it's not detecting my mic as a driver. But yeah, so for those of you wondering, thinking I'm lazy, I'm terrified of having a hotkey to mute. So that's why you guys have to deal with me coughing and sneezing and stuff, but I turn away from the microphone. Because it's so cancerous, like you can't, it's not like, is this working? Is this not working? Oh, it's working. No, it's like, oh, this is working. Meanwhile, 30 minutes later, my recording mutes itself, and you can't just catch it immediately. You know what I mean? So there could be like 10 minutes of silence in the recording. Well, I don't know what to do about that, guys. So, yeah, that's my not interesting story about how much of a hard life it is, guys, to be me. Just kidding. So, what's the deal here? I'm trying to think about priority regions. Persia. That's priority region. Oh. Let's just quickly check out absolutism. It is above 100. It's good. Because I know when our legitimacy goes down, it goes down. But it does automatically go up once per year at this age. And as long as we're above 100, then we're above the admin efficiency cap. This guy doesn't have forts, man. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. So this war should not take too much longer. Awesome. It's big overextension. Only costs us 67. Damn, dude, we're so poor. It's weird being this poor when we've been so rich. So it turns out we don't need all these troops. And I'm going to march one dude all the way down here to fight this guy. Because I don't want to forget. I want to be in position to do that. So some people were telling me about this, Russia. Trust me, guys, I know, I mentioned it in earlier episodes. This would be really good to reconquest just because it's so free. Some of these provinces are moderate and some of them are high. like Moskva. He also has St. Petersburg. There's definitely reconquest that shouldn't just be completely overlooked. However, he's a tributary of Ming, guys. And at this stage, there's a few reasons why I'm putting Ming off. One is because of the cancerous lag. But I want to be in position, like physically, have a good platform to fight him. And as far as Ming is concerned, we're going to be doing the attacking his tributaries, piece out the tributary by taking a big chunk of Ming's land approach, and just grind him into a pulp after, hopefully, not too long of a time. But I just don't feel like I'm poised and ready to do it yet. We're eliminating other theaters. And that's why I've kind of ignored Russia in the meantime. I did not take any of his cores, and if he was under 100 development, which he's not, surprisingly, he must not be much over, for real. He probably has, oh, that's not 100, he must have some out in Asia, yeah. This. Oh, that's 22 development. Damn, that's not too bad. One of those old Asian provinces, Bayarata, used to have that, I guess, as his capital or something. Yeah, anyway, you can diplo-vassalize a tributary, I believe. You can ally a tributary, and I think you can basically yoink. You can take a subject from another subject by diplo-vassalizing them. I believe that's the case. Could be mistaken, though. But right now, we also have too many diplo slots, and it is affecting us. We need these diplo points. I'm focusing my diplo points, trying to integrate these guys. Oh man, Portugal better be happy. I'm going to improve relations with him just in case. But I think it's peacetime anyways. So we should be waiting for that. No! Let's do stability. And then boost stability. Inflation is non-existent. That's awesome. That's real good. Real cool. Yeah, so we're waiting on the other core to finish anyway. Let's make sure our relations are topped off with Portugal, because I've got a feeling when we come to peace here, I'm going to be integrating him as well as he's Spanish. And you know, GB must not be too far behind that, guys. I should manually continue converting that region as well. I kind of forgot. But we have Indonesia on lockdown, it seems to me. I guess Ming's smashing Bakhmanis. Bakhmanis is getting wrecked by Delhi and so on. So he's probably going to become get knocked down the ranks of great powers. Although we're smashing Trans, so there's hardly any powerful nations remaining. It's pretty weird in the late game how it gets like that. Like, oh no, this great power who's pathetic, right? Also, my truce came up with the Ottomans. Okay, so can we manually convert this, please? 15 months. Aha! Another merchant. The question is, where do we want to put him? Put him in the Gulf of Aden. 10% power there. We've got one in Persia, which is huge, dude. Most of the wealth is going to Persia from here, but we could train it, but there's no point because we don't have a dude in Aleppo. So the Gulf of Aden is looking significant. Ethiopia is pretty meh. The idea would be to dominate this even more, crush Yemen, and everything comes out of that without even touching it. Ooh, ooh. We don't get enough of this. Once we integrate Spring, once we integrate Spanish, I was thinking Ming and Spain. I don't know why. Sping. Once we integrate Sping, we're gonna have so much trading power. We're gonna have to rework our merchants though. We'll just put them in there for now. But we're doing good with the Muns, the Moonies. Okay, this is definitely peace outable. So I think we would be fighting the Ottomans. He's getting wrecked by Persia right now. Or other way around. Oh, this guy re-allied. I hate you. I want to kill him. I hate this little East African guy who's too strong. He's too strong because we got too much going on and we just, like, can't deal with that. We're going to be fighting some kind of war against the Ottomans, though. So let's continue the clock running. But this is a pretty chill period. We're spending our admin well lately. And manpower's going up, economy is improving. I'm wondering after we integrate France if I'm going to feel like we have to build any units at all. I wonder how many units he has that we're going to inherit. So I've got the yearly inflation and the trade advisors, guys. Because you have a chance to get 200 admin and 200 diplo from having an event there. Maybe it only procs like once a game or something like that I'm not aware of though. Because I think we've done that in the early game or at some point. And the reason I say that is it's because it's not happening right now. It's not happening. We've held those advisors for ages and it's not happening. I don't know some of the little details in this game. Like that might be a one-time only event. But as our economy improves, we need to hire more superb advisors here for sure. Hey, the Holy War against Perm and Cyber. Yeah, speaking about the Russian situation, I was thinking about just making a Russian client state, guys. Maybe based out of Kiev, that we could make that the capital. We've caught up a lot of the land, so it can make his life easy. You know, it can take decades for a client state to get started if you start them off small and hand off provinces for them to core that they don't exactly own. Good, we've got a stat coming down there. So I was thinking about a client state. What I might do, if I decide to do that, I might make the client state in between episodes, like just end, because you can do it all while you're paused effectively. I'll basically end the episode and start the episode having shown you guys. But I won't, just to make it ever so slightly less tedious, basically. But I will grant him provinces and so on. We do most of the tedium here where you guys can see it anyway. But that way I can just pick a flag and stuff like that that seems fairly cool. Maybe name him and not feel like it's just the most mundane thing ever. France is at 87%. Awesome. I'm not sure if we can get him before the end of this episode or not. But it would be pretty cool if we did. Alright, I don't know if he's suffering attrition there. So if we attacked Ming, it would be Khorasan, Yemen, Najd. I guess Persia's no longer existent. Or Mars lost land. Wow. Okay, so we'd be fighting on multiple different fronts. We've got a lot of troops here, some of which, it's hard to say when they stack up like that, but they're not exiled. So I think let's just do it, right? Let's just do it. Here's his capital, lol. I didn't even realize that. So I guess we're going for the separate peace arenas. Khorasan. Yeah, hopefully, like, it looks like all of that is unexiled, but maybe some of them are. Some of the pieces. Maybe some of them aren't. It's hard to say. But this war could take a long time, so let's get this started, I guess, while we, you know, where should I colonize? Like, just for the looks, maybe here? Let's get this started while we're coring, and hopefully we've made good progress on the war, or finish the war, you know, before the war's finished. We'll see. But, jeez, it's a bit laggy. How painful, dude. I'm wondering how much overextension is this? So other people were saying that this patch is laggy for them as well. It seems fully optimized in that way. That's not a good sign, man, just in general. Okay, looks like we're just going to go for the full annexation of the Ottomans. But let's try to get basically a white peace. Maybe like Yemen, I'll annul his alliance again with that dude. I think that's worth doing. But let's basically try to white peace the others so that shorter truce timers. That is in the mountains. Let's try to charge in there while it's a defensive war. So I was really trying to squeeze this recording in, guys. I'm just going to be honest with you, because somebody might pull up at the house that I'm expecting, and then I'm just going to have to bounce really quickly, okay? I'm trying to hope that I have enough time to... Anyway, just letting you guys know, I might abruptly have to go. But hopefully, because I warned y'all, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to have a new idea available to us, and it looks obvious to me which group we should be pulling those points from. Gotta get some... I don't think I think our allies have a good chance of focusing them out a bit, but not Yemen. So let's just... let's deal with those rebels and then march down to deal with Yemen. So I think we're content with white peace with Khorasan. Almost 90% with France. Exciting. Exciting. It's been so long in the making. I remember with my Roman Empire, Byzantium playthrough, I integrated France around 1710. It's weird when I compare games like that. It's crazy to think we were actually doing better in my Byzantium game, but I guess Byzantium is like the thing is this it was very similar, but we focused so much on Europe via personal unions this game, for the memes, quite frankly. But yeah, Byzantium is a stronger nation than the Knights, right? For sure. For sure, like the trading power they have and stuff in the beginning of the game. Obviously, they potentially can get knocked off much more easily than the Knights, as the Knights can just go sort of under the Ottomans' radar. But still, I would say Byzantium's a better nation, especially if you are able to have a victory over the Ottomans like we did in my game. I just want to say, guys, this is the first video I've recorded since uploading my sort of new series. And yeah, I really appreciate the feedback and the overwhelming response, guys. I sort of go through phases a lot where sometimes like I don't have the motivation and stuff, and like real life gets the best of me. And I think I said it like in the comments and things, but I was working on that. No, Fort Level 7. I think this is capital. Yeah, it is. Working on that for ages. And a part of me throughout the process was like, it's not even going to be worth it. And yeah, the first episode 1 has not even been up for a week, and it's sort of like at over 10k views. Hopefully, and counting, you know? And I think it is worth it. But it's a lot of time and energy, and I'm just really appreciative that it's sort of paying itself off. And that's thanks to you guys. Like, trust me, I noticed that the early views, the like ratio is like really high, and I know that's you guys. And I mean, there are other people on my channel that don't watch the series, but they will watch individual videos. Yeah, but I'm just really grateful. Hopefully it continues to do well, so that my work kind of pays itself off. How rude. I have low level forts myself, but I think it's smarter to just try to kind of race this guy down. The other thing, I guess I'll tell you guys here because I can. A lot of people want to know sort of the frequency that I'm going to upload those videos. I'm sort of sorry to say it's going to be about 2 a week, and I'm going to have them weekend oriented. I'm sorry if you guys want it to be more frequent than that, but it's not going to be. To my best like understanding, that's like the smartest thing to do. Like if I uploaded episode 1 and then episode 2 immediately after that, it would not have the same effect as it does now. I don't know why, but people, they really dislike series. Like they don't have the motivation, I suppose, to watch a series. Slow rolling it is definitely the way to go. So I'm sorry for those of you who don't like that and just want it to all come out at once. But it definitely is the way to go. I have to try to kind of game it a bit. Alright guys, like I said, that guy's pulling up. I have to go, guys. Real life calls. But thank you very much for watching, and appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video.